All right, this is Sunday. We're not even 10 days old. We got the ribs in it. I already sanded this side out. I'm gonna show you how I sand out the other side. I'm gonna show you the expected results that you're looking to get. Let me take this off. It was a little chilly in here this morning, so I went out the garage and got a space heater. So the white noise you hear in the background is a space heater. Let me move this. And this thing stays catched. Yeah, we'll put a zip tie on it, I guess. All right. Now the rib, the sanding job you're looking for. Let me move this down this way. Put that right here. The reason that you leave the ribs sticking above the trailing edge is because it's easier to sand the rib down to the trailing edge than it is the trailing edge to the rib. And so you're looking for, you run your finger over. These are not quite finished yet, but pretty damn close. And the leading edge is the same way. I drew a center line. I drew a center line down and I sanded. I'm going to show you how to do it here, but I sanded into the leading edge sheeting. And once we get the ribs up, flip it over and do the other side, we'll sand it into this shape. But this is not the final leading edge shape because it would be too pointy. So once you get them sanded to the line, then we'll round that over. And we'll make a little fixture or whatever and make a nice 7/8 radius leading edge. I see people are popping in and out already, which is fine with me, I suppose. I also changed up on this model here. This is an added piece. It doesn't weigh anything. It's just a piece of trailing edge that's going to fit. There's a piece of basswood that goes on top of this here. That'll be shaped like that the push rod or the pivot for the bell crank goes through. And then this will glue on top of that. So that locks the bell crank, the beam, and the airplane all together. Then we'll sand it flush. But there's about an 1/8 of an inch gap right here, so that the 1/8 inch. We'll just use this as an example. This will be, just as an example, the basswood piece of bell crank mount that goes there, and then this will go on top, so it locks it all together. Use engineering to make things solid. So that's correct, and that's all the way down. It's got a couple of thousandths right here, but we'll sand that flat. It's not a big deal. So the mission for today, and I'm not going to put the landing gear mounts in it until I get the other side of the ribs on. So I'll do it on my foam block because I only want, on this model, I only want to cut this one rib out. The other one I cut 2 out, and it was just too awkward. So I moved the landing gear position over slightly so that it would be 1 rib removal. And I'll put in that floor for the removable landing gear. So let's get to sanding out you'll need a long bar like this. It goes from the root rib to the tip rib all the way. And you'll need some short bars like so you can manipulate it. If you look here, we got the this is the flap for this side. This is how the flaps will fit in. I'm not going to use these. I'm going to build them up. But it will fit right into the groove of the trailing edge. So that's a good deal. These were left over from the other model, but I'm going to build these built up because I want this airplane lighter than the last one, so I got to do things a little different to try to make it lighter and not add any extra wood. Just use engineering to make it lighter. So this is a stick that's 1 3/8 wide. And this stick here is what I use for the center line on the leading edge, so that it's absolutely parallel to the bench top. If we don't care about anything, we're building off this piece of glass. So let me check and see what we got for comments here. We got 3. Good morning, light given. Thank you. Looking good. And that groove in the trailing edge. Yes, if you want it, you could sand it in, I suppose. But I like to do things the easy way. The other airplane doesn't have that groove. It has a rounded trailing edge, so that the trail. Let's pretend this is the trailing edge here. Where's that other flap? I can't find it now. The other airplane, it's got to be right here. I just had both of them. Well, what the hell? This is one. Where's the outboard? Oh, it's right there. Okay, the other airplane, the hinges are like 2 rounds together like that. But I didn't really care, Yeah, you won't get any gap, but it doesn't look as good as recessed, so I recessed it this time. So pretending that this is the trailing edge of the wing and this is the flap on the other airplane, that's how those are. But you see how nice they stay together? There's no gap in the hinge line. That's neither here nor there. We're doing this one the new school way. I'm sighting down this to see which side is the straight side. They're both pretty damn close. Pretty close because I'm going to cut some of it off. Okay, so we want to cut that end off. So right here, just whack it off. All right, this is just a tool to get a center line. Got to cut that off too. It's got to be able to get flat on the bench. Okay, that draws my center line on the leading edge, parallel to the glass. under the wing. Yeah, I see. I already got it. A lot of lag. Okay. You just take a pen. I'm going to go ahead and mark the flap locations back here too. 0. That should be 0. Looks right. We'll do that on the leading edge as well when I get taken out of the jig. But okay, so the center line of the wing in the fuselage and the wing and leading and trailing edge is parallel to this line right here, which is 1 3/8. I've built them at 1.5 inches. I've built them at 1 3/4 inches. I'm trying to save wood, so I'm using less wood for fuselage depth. So this is 1 3/8. Is this the original Viper? No, the original was at 1.5. And these numbers matter, but not how you think. Let me see here. I already got it marked on the ruler. That black line on the ruler is 1 3/8. It's exactly right. Okay, so here I have an 80 grit sandpaper. Let me cut this. Need this. Let me cut this wing off the off of this right here. You can do that any way you want. Knife, saw, chew it off. But there's a line on there that I drew, and it's not perfect. It's just a reference line. So we're gonna leave the line on, saw that off, or cut that off. Then we'll sand down to it, and that's our tip plate that will give the airfoil to the 1-inch rib in the center. Okay. So now I got 80 grit, and I'm just sanding on the tip rib. We're going to sand down to that line. Get this sanded here, then I can cut it off the bench, flip it over, and build the top side. And once the top side's done, I'll put the wing, the landing gear clips in it. Okay, that's pretty close. line is still on it, but it's to a good enough shape that I can use it. Now, for this, I take a block plane and I start planing the leading edge. You can't really get too close in here, so this last 2 inches needs to be sanded. It doesn't take too long to rough this in, and you know, the finish sanding is what takes a long time on a beamer. You guys understand exactly what I'm doing here? If not, I can explain it. I can bring the camera around to the other side, I suppose. Cameras, cameras, cameras. Pain in the ass. I get more done without them. Shoot. And when I turn this over, I have to make some type of fixture so that this center line is even with the bench all the way around. And then put the top set of ribs in to lock it up so that the wing is not flopping around. Okay, well, we got quite a bit cut off there. This rib here looks like it needs to be cut off and raised up. We'll see. I don't want to sand into that one too, maybe. Using the rough shaped leading edge. Yeah, it saves a lot of sanding, but don't go too far. Could be a headache if you go too far. I'd rather spend the time sanding than spend the time trying to replace that leading edge, because then I'd have to cut another one. That's an oddball size of wood that I used on this one. I just wanted to try this with a little blunter leading edge. A 7/8 radius instead of, I think the other one's 5/8 radius. Or 3/4. The other one's a 3/4 radius. This is a 7/8. The plans that I sent you, or Steve, that you're working on, are as close as I can remember to VIPER 2. This is a VIPER 2 Extreme. It's with the upgrades that I've learned over the years. And we can make some notes and so that they can build an extreme. But I'm not sure that would be really in the spirit of things for N30. It's the same airplane with just some slight changes. I don't know. Who would know the difference? Me. That's about it. This airplane is going to be called Simply Blues. Maybe I'll designate it V2 Simply Blues. The Super Glide that was in the magazine, the one that was after this, is this same airplane with a straight trailing edge. Yeah, lift it up. Take it easy here. You can really gnar out some big time lumber here with this 80 grit going cross grain. That one in the magazine is after this one. This one is prior. This is 91. The first V2 I built was 91. This particular iteration hasn't been tried yet. Same airplane, slight aerodynamic modifications. Same numbers. Might like it, might not. I don't know. I know I'll like it. I know I'll like it if it's lighter. If I can get it at 50 ounces, this baby will be a badass. Viper 8 was 48 ounces with a PA65 in it on a pipe. So I don't see why I can't make this one at 50. Except the wood you get. The wood we get is kind of crappy. Craig, if you're watching this, I haven't sent the engine yet. I've just been busy trying to get this done. Steve, the old lady to the supermarket. It's just been a hectic pain. I got to get a box that it'll go in and it won't get damaged. I got to figure out which one I want to send. I don't have any pristine ones. You got my, oh, that one's got to be lifted up too. What the hell was I thinking there? So let's do that. That one's good. That one should come in. Let's see if we can make them come in. If we can't, we'll that, and I don't have any money. I am super broke. Them guys are out flying ringmasters today. Only ringmaster I got the fuselage. I suppose if I wanted to fly ringmaster this week, I could have stopped building this and built the ringmaster wing and stuck it in there and gone flying today. But I'm not interested, to be honest. I might do one of these as a profile. A little smaller. I got an FP40 there. Or even I could do it as at 32. Yeah, we'll use that 32. Build one of these a little smaller beam wing profile. Now, I'm not sanding it into the ribs. I'm only sanding on the leading edge here. I'm trying to bring the leading edge down to the rib. It looks like I may not have to move them. They're awful damn close. That's why it's easier to sand the rib to the leading edge than the leading edge to the rib. I'm lazy. I don't feel like moving them things. The trailing edge will come in nicely because they're all sticking up. Every one of them sticking up. Just a couple of swipes with the paper and we're done. So that is the theory behind how to sand this leading edge in. Remember, leave this line on that you drew on the leading edge until both sides are done. Sand it in, then we can round it over. And we got it close, so that should work. Maybe the last one. This last one's too far down. So we'll just cut this off. Raise it up. Reglue it. Now, what could be more relaxing than that? Besides getting drunk. That one's too low, too. Couple thousand, so we'll lift it up. No, it was that one I did, but it stuck anyway. Okay, so now you get the short bar. This is 180 grit sandpaper on the short bar. You can start working it. We got a long way to go. Okay, now the trailing edge. We got it close here. We'll do the trailing edge, then I'll switch to the long bar that goes from the center rib to the tip rib. Let me get a glass to drink of water. It doesn't take too long to do this if you sit down and stay at it. If you come down in your shop and just start looking at shit, you never get done. Get it close and then switch to the longer bar. Where's my, here we go. I got that bar handy. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Now, if you wanted to X these ribs or whatever, you could do this the same way. You could put them in and sand them to shape. So let's say you wanted some ribs going like this or like that or whatever. It'd be the same thing. Many years ago, 40 years ago, I plotted out an X-wing where that it was like a honeycomb free flight airplane where the ribs went like that, and they intersected in 4 different spots. You know, honey egg crate is what they call it. It was light, a lot of work, but I don't think any added benefit. There we go. Got that. Now I switched to a little more aggressive block. Bigger. Now we'll check our progress. Now I got a machined straight edge. If you're going to build beam wings, I'd suggest you get one. This is from Tay Tools, part number 108511. TAYTOOLS, 38 inch. Got a nice machined edge on it. Guaranteed straight to within, I don't know, half thousandths or something. You don't have to be that critical, but you better have a good straight edge. Make sure I got too much crap here. Okay, it's not on there. Okay. Good. Yeah, looks pretty good. Check the other side. I did the other side by eye. It's dead on. Now long bar it. This here is a little low right here, and that's a little high. I guess I could do this. I need to get this cut off the bench today so I can do some lettering. I made one other change, Steve. One other change that should be done, even on VIPER, the regular VIPER, and that change is this rib here. Instead of making it a 1-inch rib, I made this 1.25 inches. That way, it keeps with the rib spacing, so that you don't have any goofy shit at the end. It's evolving. Hey guys, get them super chats in. If this content helps you, please drop a super chat. Help a poor modeler out. Help the channel. Check the straightness. Yeah, it's pretty straight. I hate to keep asking, but we're not doing well. .180 grit sandpaper on this. Crap out of the way. And I don't want the same guys to do it over and over and over again. That ain't fair. I mean, I appreciate it. Get ready, because come the first of the year, Stun Hanger is going to be a paid subscription. Not that I want to, it's just that I have to. And if I lose everybody, so be it, then Stun Hanger will go away. Can't afford to do it. When the site was new, I used to give one kit away a month. Never saw one airplane built either out of all them kits I gave away. These are still too high. Okay, let's sand them down. That's back when server space was $6.95 a month. Now it's over $300 a month. I ain't asking much. I'm just asking you to help me out with the server space. I bet we don't sell 10 sets of plans. Maybe. I know what I could do. I could send it to, do an article and send it to Model Airplane News and get them published. So we got that locked in good. Yeah, ain't moving much. Oh, hit that again. That's better. Make sure these are these are down and flush because there ain't. I got one that I missed on the last airplane, and it looks like hell. Only guys that'll notice it is beam wing builders. What the heck happened there? Shit. I gotta cut that back out. Might have to replace that rib. You guys see what happened here? It took a turn for the worst. That'd show up. There we are. Got knocked out of whack. Okay, got it fixed. Okay, long bar time. Any questions? Give me a break. Oh man, I got a headache. Okay, so I can see right here that I have missed this because there's still 80 grit sandpaper grain in that. So we'll just keep sanding until that goes away, till I get it right down to that line. I'm about a 32nd above the center line of the wing, sanding it in. So I'll keep sanding with this long bar, 180 grit, until all them scratches go away. Too much crap on the bench. Okay, that's close enough to get it cut off the bench because we're going to round that over anyway. So check it again with the straight edge. See where we are, see if there's any high or low spots. I'll cut it off the bench, flip it over, and start putting the top section on. Get this wing done today. Need to get it locked up before weather sets in, and it can really affect It's good there. Good there. Can you see the advantages of the beam wing? The advantage is super straight. You can't, it's hard to make a mistake if you can read a ruler. It looks good. Let me give us a couple swipes to the other side and with the long bar, and we'll cut it off the bench. I'm sure Tom Dixon right now is going, "Hey, you should have finished the fuselage." You can't do it, Tom, not on a beamer. You got to be careful here. I'm going to have to put some more tape on here to keep from beating these up, because you do beat these up a little bit. Whatever, we can get it. I got it. That's good. Okay, let's turn it over and jig it up. Make sure I got the center lines on this, which I don't. Where's my long stick? There it is. Yeah, I got it on the back there. I got it on the back there. We need it here on the front. So, need to pull this up. There we go. I got that and that. Yes, I do. Okay. Yes. Okay, now I kind of need to clear the path so I can cut this up, cut it off. I need this. Here. Set her right there. Okay. Okay, that's cut off. That's cut off. Okay, it's cut off the bench. Let's get a weight on it and see what it's going to weigh. I need to get rid of all this shit. This shit here. I have to make a new kind of jig to hold it square while I do the top. I need to clean this crap up. I got no place to set this while I do it. Steve's got my other bench tied up. I'm gonna have to make a bell crank today. I'll finish this off and install that. You don't know the job. The job is finished when all the tools are out of the box. So you might need that, might need this, might need this, this, and this. Well, maybe all these sticks here, these big sticks. We'll save all them. We need that because that goes in here. Need that. Need that rib. I don't think I cut any extras. I can cut some more, but is that fast enough for you guys? I don't think it's I think it's 9 days old today. It's already together and off the bench. We need this stick for spacing. Well, I don't need it because I matched them others. But we'll save it anyway. So, I need something to put this in. Here we go. Right here. I'll throw my epoxy mixing thing out. Stupid build. Close enough. Save the stick. Now we'll razor blade them things off. And that's really on there. There we go. Okay, we are ready. Sweep it off on the floor. It's already full of dust. Clean it up later. Okay. Toolbox. Maybe I should do it from the end. I don't know. Still too much shit on the bench. Can't have nothing. There we go. Okay. What we got here? All right, so in order to get this jigged up, we need to measure that, what it is at the fuselage from the bench. Okay, that's 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. So we need to make some sticks that are 1.5 inches. So that glues there, and that ties the beam to the motor mount after we get the belt crank mount in. Well, I got some stuff I could whittle out of there, which we will be doing. We got some extra wood to whittle out of there. 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. I gotta get my foot roller. Can't see nothing. Ah. I wonder why they do that. They don't start 0 at the end of the ruler. That could have screwed me up if I didn't notice that. I just found out today, did you know that there's writing on the very top, like on the roof of the Great Pyramid of Giza? Hieroglyphics. The guy was flying a parasail over the top of it and took pictures. Of course, I could have just flew a drone up there, but we didn't build them. Ain't no way. All right, so we need 4. 1, 2, 3. And we get. I guess we could do more than 4. We could get 8 on here. Just start cutting, I guess. Are the team trials over today, or were they over yesterday? Anybody know? I want to know how my buddy did. Okay, here's the new jig for this thing. Pretty simple. So now we take these pieces here. There's a center line on the wing. And we line that up. Let me get one of my server weights. One, not 2. Okay, get some pins, which are right here. I need to move this down that way, because this wing is longer than the other one. We don't care about square anywhere 90 degrees, so that line doesn't matter. I guess I only needed 4, really. I just don't want to build a warp in it. Don't break anything. Come on. Yep, yep. Okie dokie. So now we need this on this line here. What's that? Get in there. Yeah, what the hell is going on here? I don't think I showed this on the last video either, how to do this. I think I just eyeballed it last time. This one here, we're trying to be a little more precise. Okay, I got 2 left. That's exactly what I needed. So now, these last 2 go on the center line of the leading edge. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We're in there. And that'll hold that all straight while I put the top ribs in it. And lock this thing up. I guess I could text Joe and see how he did. Okay, we are in there. It's locked in. Suppose I could put a piece out here to keep it from wiggling. Wiggling. I'm gonna make these a little taller. Sticks a little taller. I'll have to take these out when I shape the leading edge, but it won't. What I want to know, have you guys figured out, after me showing you how to build a beam wing, can you do it? Easy, easy peasy. Okay, that locks that up nice. Got shear on there. It's almost the top. Don't matter. It don't matter. As long as we get that thing sanded to the line. That's what it is. The difference of inch and a quarter. Okay. Alrighty, so this is F3 that we need to cut to height and get in there, and that glues to the top of the trailing edge to lock the trailing edge in, top and bottom. The top one will have, of course, a groove in it, you know, a cutout so the push rod can pass. But this piece right here locks the trailing edge in. This piece right here locks the spar in, and the leading edge is just on its own. But we epoxied that to the carbon doubler. It'll be fine. Trust me, it'll be fine. So I don't think you can see it from this angle. That's just the way it goes. I got some extra wood I'm carrying. Well, right here even. There's this sticking up. I'm going to get my cuts all bit and knock that out on the trailing edge too. I'm looking for every possible bit that I can get out of this thing. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't weigh it. Oh well, we'll have the I'll have the whole airframe together today. Tail, bell crank, all the ribs, tips. No top and bottom block. I don't think I can do that today. Yeah, we've been at it an hour and a half. Locked in good. Cuts all. Cuts all. That's the old one. I want the new one. Okay. The new one right here. These things are about $27. And they look like that. But buddy, they will save you some time. It's got little hairs on this thing that are sharp, sharp, sharp. We're going to plug this into my foot switch. Yeah. Take out the sanding drum. Put in this. Turn it on. Foot switch. These center ribs started out 8 grams, and when I whittled it down, it turned out 0. They're only 1/8 of an inch thick, or less than an eighth, 3/32. Remember my motto: if it ain't glued to something, it's just along for the ride, and you don't need it. Okay, that's it. We're not gonna sand that. It just getting rid of some excess wood. This out of the way. Don't need this for a while. Pretty close. Pretty close. Close enough for government. Okay, so we need this out of the way. And we need the ribs. Let's count the stations. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. It's 35. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. Gotta have 15 here. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and one over here is 15. Where'd it go? That it. 15. 15 with one extra, so I can't make any buggers. All right, now my stick, my sanding stick, where did it go? Right there. Nope, that ain't it. That's my square. my wooden square I made out of paint sticks. That's the rudder. I think I'm going to remake this rudder. It's a little too thin. I hit it with that DA, and I mean, it's nice, but it's only about an 1/8 of an inch thick. Needs to be 3/16. Maybe we'll start out with a 1/4. Where's my sanding stick? And I can make another one, but I don't want to. Oh, there it is. Threw it away. Okay, now I need my spacer sticks. That's this one. That's this one. Now I don't really need these spacer sticks, but it'll help me cut the slot square. So we got 17 on one side, 18 on the other. 3. Is that right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3. Huh, didn't need that many after all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I figured it 18. That's 4, 8, 4, 7, 1, 8. That's this side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fit this, and then I take it over to my jigsaw and I cut all the meat away until it's only like 3/32 of an inch thick, and then glue it on with white glue. Because this is what holds the spar in this rib here. Do you guys want to hang around while I do this, or do you want, I mean, I only got 8 watchers. I figured I've probably outrun my time, my attention span time. Most people's attention span's about a minute. At least according to my metrics. They watch for a minute and then gone. Because I'm not doing stupid shit. I think I'm going to take a break from streaming, I guess. There ain't no money in this for me, so I'm just doing it for the hell of it. And I'll be back later. I'll see what she wanted. She wanted to know whether I was online, and obviously I am. All right, we'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. We'll get this finished up. I'll probably have quite a bit done by the time we come back. See ya.